I'm gonna show you all how to master I think we're ready. Calculus exams. Any final exam, honestly, chemistry, physics, algebra, whatever. They're all the same. Just do this one thing and you
Okay,
will
we're
pass
live.
your class. All of these, chemistry, algebra, calculus, trigonometry, they're all the same. The structure is the same. You're going to work out analytical problems. You're in a time pressure situation. The best way to get comfortable taking tests is to take more tests. You cannot wait for the final exam, midterm exam to practice this. Imagine if you were only allowed to ever take 2 free throws in a important game and you just wait for those games to take them. No, you take 1,000 of them on your own. And so it's weird we don't practice this. You're given all this time to do homework, but you don't practice time pressure situations. So this is what you do. You could go online. Maybe your instructor gives you a bunch of them. There's a lot of teachers that do. Honestly, chemistry, gen chem, calculus are all the same. There's only a certain amount of problems they can give you. Find a site. I found this one. Okay, maybe I'll include it in the description. I'm not sure, but find one, click on it. Hey, what exam is there? Find one that has answers. Okay, I want you to practice without answers, but find one with answers. Okay, and so what you're gonna do, you're gonna sit down, pretend that you have an hour to solve this. Okay, so I'm looking at this. It has the answers, but I'm just looking directly here at the problem. Okay, it has the answers. We're gonna ignore that for now. So look, this is the type of problems you're gonna see. A limit problem. Cool. This looks like it's Math 180 for this university. This looks like it'd be calculus. Okay, it has the answers. Find the derivatives. Find the equation of the tangent line. Here, find the average rate. So yeah, this is calculus. It's standard calculus. Look, I was looking at this ahead of time. This one, I don't even know how to solve, but I'm going to show you how to go about it. Okay? Let's work on that one. I know how to do all the other ones. I don't know how to do this one. Okay? So what you do is you take a test. Maybe you should say, "Hey, I have 10 minutes to solve this." Don't spend your whole entire time. It's not a good usage of your time. Okay? You're gonna put that in here in your piece of paper. You're gonna print it out. It's honestly better if it's gonna be, you're gonna be sitting in a lecture hall. Print it out. Go in a little room. Time yourself. Pretend like you don't have a time. If you just want to do a few problems at a time, that's fine. But time yourself. Okay, it says use the table below. Show which values for this. So I'm just gonna give myself 5 minutes to try to figure this out. Okay, so this shows the values for this near 2.5. To find the slope of a secant line that is the estimate for this, why did you choose the line you did? Okay, so we have to choose a line. Okay, it says a secant line. I know what a tangent line is. I don't know what a secant line is. So I'm just gonna pretend to do something that I know how to do. Okay, so find the slope. Okay, so one thing I might do to find the slope, I might try to choose 2 points on the side of this, and then find the slope. What I mean is this will be my point one. This will be my point one, point two. If you remember the slope formula, you're gonna have your y value, your f of x right here, 1.35 minus 1.40, 2.6 minus 2.4, negative 0.05 over 0.2. Okay, so this is going to be close to like negative 1/4 or something like that. That's the slope. We're going to say, okay, we're going to use the slope. Oh, but you know what? I need a line. This is a secant line, but I'm just going to make a line. There's the line equation, okay? Y is equal to mx plus b. This is what I'm going to use. I don't have the intercept, okay? But what do I have? I have a point. Maybe I could use this point, okay? So, you know what? I'm going to use the point slope formula. Do you remember what that is? I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it's going to be something like this, okay? Where this is the x point, this is the y point. So the point we're looking at, 2.5, 1.38, okay? And so we're going to plug this in with the slope. Y minus 1.38 is equal to negative 1/4 x minus 2.5, okay? what are we trying to do? Oh yeah, so that would be my line, right? If they wanted in standard form, I could simplify this. Let's do that because I want to make sure I get full points. Okay. Oh no, I'm running out of time. You know, this is good. You feel the pressure, right? And I don't even know if what I'm doing is correct. Okay. Sometimes you have to kind of get over yourself and just say, hey, I need to fight for points. You need to know how it feels like to be under pressure. I seriously don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay. But this feels okay for now. You got to distribute it appropriately. You got to learn how to check your work. Okay, I'm going to plug this into my calculator using an iPhone. I'm not on the internet though, so I'm going to pretend that this is a TI 80 something, all right? 2.5 divided by 4 is 0.625 plus 1.38. That's 200, or sorry, 2.005. That's what I got adding this. Okay, so I'm going to say, hey, my line is 0.25x plus 205. Okay. Why did you choose the line that you chose? Okay. I chose this because I wanted 2 points next to center point for better slope, for more balanced slope. I don't know. And then after finding slope, I chose center line, center point. I actually like writing with pen normally, so I will probably scratch stuff off, okay? Oh, you know what? No. We're on the right track. Okay. I didn't even read this problem. It says a secant line that is an estimate for this. Okay, so it's actually for the derivative. So the derivative should actually be um. So this is our regular line. Whatever. No, we're gonna be all right. I chose the center point. Um, to touch secant line. I think this is really a tangent line, so I'm doing this wrong. Okay, that's fine. Let's just say that this is what I submit. Okay. Boop 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 boop. My timer goes off. All right, let's go check what the heck did we did. All right. Here's the solution. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a call. Okay, so boom, I'm printing this out. All right. It says, "Hey, how do you find the line?" Right? Okay. They chose it from one side. Honestly, there's a lot of different solutions, right? I chose across both. You could choose it right down the middle. That's fine. The formula for this is that it says as we approach this from the right, we plug in either this to estimate the value for that. We used because this estimate is more accurate as x gets closer and closer to x. All right, that was an estimate. So maybe I got it wrong, but like maybe I just didn't know what secant was, right? Now I know. Hey, I need to know what secant is, and I felt how it felt to be under pressure and not know what secant is. Okay, and so use that feeling to be like, okay, I don't know what happens after an exam when you feel a lot of shame. There's no way you can redeem yourself. You're done, right? But you know what's cool about this? This is practice. Yay! You know what I could do? I get to try again, right? I didn't wait till the final. I didn't wait till the midterm. And so if you can do this, if you could do this 2 weeks before you start, I know it's, you probably might have a week, maybe a couple days. Like honestly, your brain gets kind of gassed out after like 2 or 3 exams in a day. You might need a day to reset. But I remember when I did this in college, and if I would plan out a week and a half in advance before midterms, or even just at least like a couple weekends, like 2 weekends that would work on this before my exam. One weekend, I'd grind out two, maybe even 3 exams, and then another 2 or 3 exams. Then you find questions you didn't know and understand. You take those to your professor. You have examples. This is how you level up. You find out what you're weak at, and then you go to them, right? And maybe you don't know anything, and then you're desperate for help. If you go to your professor a week before, they will be more likely to provide you resources for help, right? And then you do this again, right? You could ask your friend, you could ask somebody, hey, how'd you do this problem? How'd you do this? And maybe they haven't done it. But then you start engaging more people and you build a better community. That's another thing, right? Work with people if you can. Um, I highly recommend it. Especially if you help teach people, they'll help you back out at some point. All right. And if not, honestly, you get the practice of getting that. But if you do this repeatedly over and over again, boom, you take a test, you grade it. All right, you're gonna improve. Your confidence is gonna level up. You're gonna get better at test taking. You get to the point where you're like, I'm sick and tired of doing this, and you smash these out so fast, you don't have time to complain or cry. You know what I mean? It's that's the best way to level up. I promise you. That's how I got by very, very well in my chemistry classes, calculus, you name it. When I did this, I leveled up a lot. Some of my professors were very generous and they gave out like 6 exams in advance. You know what? Nobody freaking studies them. And they give the answers. Do this, and then you have content to ask in office hours. Go to the TAs. You cannot fail doing this. Yes, it's going to require work, but I promise you this is far more effective than staring at your notes without purpose, not knowing what's important for application in this time crunch setting. You're going to see the same types of problems come up again and again and again. And if you focus on what's more important, you'll at least get from failing to passing, or you'll be able to figure out, hey, what are the nuanced things that are missing to get that final A plus, right? You'll also be able to be more robust at checking your work because you see more mistakes. And that's where it also helps. If you see other people and see the mistakes they make, you might be able to learn how to catch them. That's another added bonus. So just keep that in mind. So that's at least my big spiel about like how to solve these things. I might just solve some of these for fun. I think it'd be pretty cool to work some of these out. You could just see the process. So I'm just gonna work on some stuff. Y'all could hang around if you want. I'm just gonna work on some problems for funsies and talk to myself out loud, all right? Find the limit, okay? This is how I like to do these limit problems. First, write it out. So I do this neat little trick where I factor an x squared out, okay? This is going to look super weird to a lot of you, but this is how I actually teach my students. So I say, hey, I'm going to factor out an x squared. What would I leave by, right? What two things can I multiply to get x squared? Well, one. This one's really weird. Yo, you can't factor out an x squared when this is only x to the 1. Yes, I can, right? If I multiply this times this, what would I get there? 2 over x, okay? Multiply this, it cancels out one of the x's, you're left with 1x. That's how you get that, okay? Then same thing here, okay? Then you do that over here, factor out an x squared, you're left with 1 minus 1 over x. And you know what happens? Oh, snap, these freaking cancel out, bro. Oh, you know what? I was thinking to the infinity, man. I messed this up. You can first thing you always want to do with these, you just want to plug it in. So this is fine. This is also a learning example to see, hey, you can make mistakes, okay? First, let's just plug in 1, okay? Plug in 1, what do we get? We get 1 plus 2 minus 3. You get 0 on top. Plug in 1 here, you get 0. You have to do algebraic manipulation. Okay, you look at the top, you say, oh, snap. I could factor this. What could I factor it out? All right. You get this. You factor out an x here. Okay. Then these two things cancel. What are you left with? You're left with x plus 2 over x. But you're still taking the limit as x goes to 1. Plug in 1 here, you get 3 over 1. This is equal to 3. That's the answer. Boom. This technique, you will see it again, but mostly when you're taking the limit to infinity, alright? That's another day. That was the wrong process, but you live and you learn, alright? And then you know what you could do? Don't do it real time. I recommend you leave it to the end and don't just do problem by problem by problem, test timing it. That's fine. You don't even have to do full exams. Do half exams. Say, hey, there were 6 problems on here. 3 problems, 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna take another 30 minutes to work that out and practice. And also, you practice your test taking stamina. That takes a lot out of your brain. Even me trying to do this right now, I'm like activated. It's getting me freaking hot. Feels good. Oh, so hold up. Yeah, we'll do them at the end. All right. For those that stick around, we'll do them at the end. All right. So we don't even know if we got it right. Okay. It's like a real test. We're practicing like a real test. Okay. Work these out with me. Pause it if you want. I don't care. Okay. Find the derivatives of the following using basic rules. Okay, so derivatives. This is going to be the power rule for this one. I generally don't like showing my work. I just want to put the answer down, but I'm gonna do a little bit of work. So you bring this 3 down. 3 times 4 is 12. This. Bring this 1/3 down. You get 5 over 3. Minus by 1. 1/3 minus 1. It's the same as 1/3 minus 3 over 3. Common denominator, okay? 1 minus 3 over 3. I'm actually over showing my work, alright? Be minus 2 over 3 plus, then you bring this minus 2 down, minus 6, so minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, x minus 3. That's a derivative. Boom. If you want to make it neater, and I messed that up. It's minus 6 right here. Okay, that's A. B, we're going to do product rule here because we got 2 functions, okay? We're like, yo, man, what am I gonna do? This is a function f. This is a function g. What am I gonna do, man? All right, well you got to do product rule, bro. Come on. F prime times g plus f times g prime. Okay. What's the derivative of this? 2x minus 3 times e to the g plus. Now you leave this alone, right? Times the derivative of e to the g. It happens to be itself. Yay, dude. If you're in a time crunch, leave it. Leave it, right? If not, reorganize it. Be neat about it. Okay? So you're gonna group like terms. So you're gonna say, all right, this minus there's a minus 3x and then a 2x. That's gonna be 1x minus 3. I didn't show my work. Yeah, I'll leave that to an exercise. You can do it yourself, right? That's your answer though. Then the next one, x minus 3, x squared plus x plus 1. I like to make this harder for myself sometimes. I don't like quotient rules, so I'll actually turn this into a product rule, which with the inclusion of a chain rule. Okay. I like to put this up here and then say to the minus 1 power, and then I do product rule. I'll work out both just so y'all can see it. Okay. Derivative of the first one is just 1, so you're left with this. Okay. Then plus, then you're bringing this down, right? Minus 1. Leave this alone. And then you have this to the minus 2 power times the derivative of what's inside, which is 2x plus 1. And we're going to leave it at that. This would be our answer. Am I really going to leave it at that? That looks freaking gross. Dude, now let's do quotient rule, okay? Simplify that. Make sure that it's going to be equal to this, okay? So this one, so it's f over g. So I'll write quotient rule for y'all, man. Okay, what is this? F over g. If you're gonna take the derivative, That's gonna be I think it's f prime g minus f g over g squared. F prime's 1 over g. Yeah, no, it's looks very similar to what I would have thought it was gonna be. Minus f g prime. Yeah, no, look, it's the same thing. It has very similar elements. Okay. Yeah, it would have been the same thing. It's gonna be nasty regardless. Regardless. What's this? X squared, 2x squared minus x minus 3. It's minus, that's gonna distribute. We got a minus x squared on top. What do we got? Plus, so we're gonna have plus 2x because we have a minus x and a plus x right here, so that's 2x. And then we have a minus the minus 3, so that's 3 plus 4 over this plus x plus 1 squared. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's it. Okay. Any questions? No. Doesn't matter. Not gonna answer it. Oh yeah, they left it like that. They were being lazy about it. You see, they didn't even care. Find the equation's tangent. You know what? This is probably a good point to stop real quick. Um, I mean, maybe some of you want to see me keep doing it. Probably not. Let's check our answers. Okay, let's pretend time went up. Okay, let's see. Oh, you substitute this. All right. You see, you plug it in. 0, 0. Indeterminate. What do we do, dude? Yeah, you factor it. You could take that out. Plug it in. 4. Yeah, it explains it. Cool. Alrighty. And that's what we got. Let me show you. So you can grade yourself. Maybe you make a mistake. Oh no, I made a mistake, dude. I made a mistake. Say I did it this way and I did something really weird. Then work it out right there. This time there's no pressure. Okay, no time pressure. This is where you get your cardio in. All right, you get the rep that's correct. You don't want to just purely take. Let me reiterate. You don't want to just take tests just to take tests. Okay, you take the tests, see what you did wrong, learn your mistakes, right, and then you do this in a manner that's not time pressured. Get help if you need it, or just build them up. Build up, like take 3 tests where you have consistent problems. You see what you don't understand, right? But you try to have them with answers. Okay. At some point, you could do it without answers, but then make sure that you have enough time that you could go get help. Okay. Have someone else check it. Come through to me. Come here into the chat. All right. I'll try to help people out. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll have an open Miro board where people can post their problems. We can work them out. So if you see this, I might try to do a fixed time, and then I'll just do your homework. All right. I'll help you study for free. I normally don't do that, but I'm gonna help you all out. All right.